Hi and good evening, everyone. Still, it's January the 26th, but it's the second video that I film this day. I might upload this first tomorrow, but this is the Booktube Spin, my list of 20 video, because I saw a video by Jyotsna from Jyotsna's Bookscapades. She made a video of 20 titles that she has selected from an original video by Rick. I'll link both Jyotsna's and Rick's channel down below. The idea is to pick 20 books from your shelves, 20 books that have play a special role, group them into 4 groups of 5 books each, and number them from 1 to 20. And Rick is going to spin a virtual wheel on the 31st of January, and the number that he is coming up with will be the number of the book that we all who take part in this are going to read. So I'm going to do this video now. Let's get started. Everybody makes his own rules, and that's the great thing about Booktube. We are a very anarchic collection of people from all over the world. So Jyotsna has already broke the rules. She made her own rules, and I made my own rule. I make my own rules too, because the 20 books that I chose that are residing here right beside me, these books are books. I would call these books that I don't have had plans to read in the next 3 months, but one of these 20 books is going to get super lucky because I will pick it up and read it until the end of March. That's the rule that's the rule that Rick has given us, and I see a reflection in my glasses here. Can we get that reflection away? It's too dark. Too dark, but we do it like this maybe. No, it's the computer. I closed the computer. Ha! Good. So 20 books, and here's my list. It's going to be fast now. Number 1. I will list them down below with the numbers. Number 1 is a collection of short stories of Nobel Prize winner of literature, Alice Munro from Canada. Runaway. Number 1 on my list. A master author. Number 2, we go to Japan for number 2, is a novel that the winner of the Noma Prize in the Japanese Women Writers Prize. It's a classic novel published by Fumiko Enchi, The Waiting Years. I don't know much about this book. For some reason, I bought it. It plays in the late 19th century in Tokyo, in Japan. Kiss the Girls. James Patterson, number 3, a thriller. Pretty long thriller by super best-selling author James Patterson from the United States. I never read a book by James Patterson, which I actually should do. Maybe if number 3 gets picked by Rick, I will read this. Not maybe, definitely, if number 3 gets picked. Number 4 on the list of books. I bought this also as a used book from the United Kingdom. This is also a book that is really, oh my God, 720 pages. Around that, it is Anne-Marie McDonald, The Way the Crow Flies. The Way the Crow Flies is in the race for this prize. I think she's from Canada too, isn't she? She won, she is the winner of the Commonwealth Prize for Best First Book. So she is from Toronto in Canada. That's the second Canadian title on this list. And he's the third already. Timothy Taylor, I haven't read that yet. Last year it was on my list for the Read-A-thon, which hopefully will be repeated this year. The Canadian Read-A-thon. This is Timothy Taylor's Stanley Park, a classic. Stanley Park is in Vancouver, BC, in Vancouver, Canada. The most beautiful park that I ever visited 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago almost now. And there's so much Canadian stuff here on the list, I don't believe it. Another one is number 6. And unfortunately, this book fell down and I lost a little bit of the back. Yeah. It's such a beautiful book, isn't it? Look at this. This is by Ruth Ozeki, A Tale for the Time Being. And I know that this is, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Such a beautiful book. And this is a book, I think, about a bottle that is thrown into the water in Japan, outside Fukushima, where the nuclear plant exploded, where it broke down and there was nuclear transmission in the area after the tsunami in 2011. And oh my God, I even got a signed copy of this, Ruth Ozeki, A Tale for the Time Being. And a person casts a bottle into the water in Japan, and this bottle travels to Canada all the way, and there a girl picks it up. A Tale for the Time Being, number 6. Sounds very, very interesting. And I actually, so bad because this fell down and it's not, it's a little bit broken, but I love it. Maybe number 6 will be the book that I read in February or March. Got this as a present last year from my friend Katerina in Kiev in the Ukraine. And this is Djinn Patrol on the Purple Line by Deepa Anappara. I'm totally intrigued in reading. I'm totally want to read this book. So number 7 would be a kick for this book because it would jump up on my TBR. This is the book that's in India. I've come to be a great fan of great Indian literature, and this is about a 9-year-old boy, Jay, who watches too many reality cop shows, and he sees something happening on the Purple Line, and a bunch of kid detectives, look at this, it's so beautiful, this cover, is chasing bad people on the Purple Line, Djinn Patrol on the Purple Line. We go to Mexico, no, not to Mexico, but to San Diego, California with the next title. This is I have to say the numbers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The House of Broken Angels by Luis Alberto Urrea. I bought this one after I've been so disappointed by American Dirt by Janine Cummins last year that I wanted to have a real Latinx perspective on the topic. So I bought this one, ordered this one from England, House of Broken Angels, about a family and I think the funeral of the grandmother, and the family who gathers in the house in San Diego, and the life, celebrating life and family. House of Broken Angels is my number 2, 4, 6, 8. Canada, Canada, Canada. This one is, I think it's pretty much, it was debated. It's the winner of the Giller Prize in, I don't know, like 10, 12 years ago. Joseph Boyden, through Black Spruce, won the Scotiabank Giller Prize. And I know that Joseph Boyden has been controversial in a way that he has claimed to be a First Nation author, and I think he is not. James Kelman, I have had this book for such a long time, and I haven't read it yet. I love the cover. Number 10, James Kelman on Dirt Road. Dirt Road. From the winner of the Booker Prize, James Kelman. I think this is about a father and a son traveling to the United States from, where do they start? From Scotland somewhere. They travel to the US and have a trip together. So this is number 10. Oh my God. Number 11. I don't know so much about this book, otherwise then it has a very interesting cover as well. The Best Kind of People by Zoe Whittall. I think this is Canadian as well. I have so many Canadian books. Yeah, absolutely. This was a finalist for the Scotiabank Giller Prize in Canada. This is my number 11. Looks like it deals a lot with nature. I don't know so much more about it. I know a lot about number 12. Monica Ali, Brick Lane. I've been to London so many times and I love London. I have been on Brick Lane. I wandered Brick Lane the whole way. I think that might be about 1 mile or something, or 1.62 kilometers. So Brick Lane is the story about immigrants, Pakistani and Bangladeshi immigrants, This is the story about Bangladeshi immigrants in London, and Brick Lane is a street where there's a mosque in the beginning of the street, and where the community is pretty much Bangladeshi. And this next book comes also from Japan. It's number 13. This is number 13. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is number 13. Yes. It's another brick in the wall. It's 626 pages. Kidnap, ransom, murder. And it's the book is called 6-4 by Japanese thriller author Hideo Yokoyama. I have started this book and I have never finished it. I really would love to finish this very soon. So please, Rick, number 13, I wouldn't be too disappointed by getting number 13 from you. Number 14 is a book from Canada. My God, this is a Canadian list all the way. This is called Crow Lake. And also Crow Lake was a finalist for the Scotiabank Giller Prize years ago. This is by Mary Lawson from Ontario. And yeah, I bought this as well as a used book from England. And I always love it when they have things like that inside, when it was given as a present to someone and this person has sold the book, brought it back to the bookstore. Number 15, and don't tell me this is one more Canadian book. No, this was a finalist for the National Book Award in the United States. It's pretty rural, I guess. It's called Once Upon a River by Bonnie Jo Campbell. Once Upon a River by Bonnie Jo Campbell is playing in rural Michigan. So this might be something for my friend, or all our friend Karen Evans. Do you know this book? Once Upon a River by Bonnie Jo Campbell. My number 15 in Michigan. Number 16 is an author I read many years ago, way back, I think in the 1980s or 90s, or early 90s. I read her book Machine Dreams. I remember the motto of the book was "Born down in a dead man's town, the first kick I took." No, it was 10 years I'm burning down the road, nowhere to run and nowhere to go, from Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA. And the author who used this is Jayne and Phillips, and this is her book Lark and Termite, her novel. I haven't read Jayne and Phillips since, but I liked her way back, and maybe I would love to meet her again with this book. And the next one is a classic. We go to Japan one more time. The third Japanese title on my list is number 17, and this is the classic, the guy who is the greatest living Japanese author. This is translated by Philip Gabriel. This is Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. Kafka on the Shore, a master of his craft, out of this world. He's like nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, for the Nobel Prize of Literature each and every year. And one more Canadian title. Oh my gosh. I read her. I really loved her Scotiabank Giller Prize winning book, Late Nights on Air. And this is Alone in the Classroom. This is Elizabeth Hay with one more title, Alone in the Classroom, by this great Canadian author. It starts in a prairie school in 1929, yeah? Number 19 is also a used book that a library from Cumbria sort of withdrew from its catalog in October, and I bought it, and I got it from England, yeah. Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff is my title, number 19. That's a novel by Lauren Groff. I read her short stories, Florida, and when I read them, I just thought I want to read more of Lauren Groff. So I ordered this beautiful book, Fates and Furies, Lauren Groff, number 19. And Rick, if your spinning wheel, your virtual spinning wheel, turns on to number 20 and stops there and gives us the 20, then it's going to be a thriller from Norway. It's going to be The Thirst by Norwegian bestseller author Jo Nesbö. They don't have the Ö here in English because you guys don't know what to do with it when you see it. The dots, or in Norwegian actually would be a slash through the O, which makes the O to an Ö, and which makes the name Jo Nesbö to Jo Nesbö. That's the letter Ö in the Norwegian language. This is a Hideo thriller. I've read some of them. I love them. I think he's the most intense, not only Norwegian, he's the most intense and strongest Scandinavian crime author in our days. And of course, there's a killer on the streets, and a woman is found murdered after an internet date, and the only one who can do it, who can stop the killer, is, of course, Harry Hole, or Harry Hole, as you might call him. These are my 20 books. This was number 20. And I can't wait to get... one of these titles is going to be a title that I'm going to read until the end of March. And I can't wait to get the number. So thank you very much for watching this video. In a couple of days we know what it is, and I will definitely mention it in my weekly wrap-up. Anyway, this was the video, and with 20 titles. Please drop me a line if you have read one of these 20 titles. And if you would suggest you have to read Crow, if you think you have to read Crow Lake by Mary Lawson, my God, this is one of the greatest books I've ever read, please drop a comment down below. If you think that, oh my God, Rainer, you have to read Dirt Road by James Kelman, you're number 10. Even if Rick doesn't have it on the list, tell me in the comments down below. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please wear a mask, socially distance, and we wait for the vaccine, and then we're safer than before, and we going to move back to a life, not totally back to the life we had before, but we're going to hug people again. We're going to walk and we're going to meet people again. I'm sure we will reach these times, but we have to be patient. We have to be cautious right now. So thank you very much for watching this, and bye-bye.